Let's be real. The make money online world is just full of noise, right? So we're going to cut through all of it. This is your simple, no fluff blueprint for a $10,000 a month, one person business. I'm talking no employees, no crazy overhead, just you, a laptop, and the right game plan.
So let me ask you a question. When you think about starting an online business, does your mind immediately jump to building, the next Amazon? It's a pretty common dream.
But I've got to tell you, it's also completely backwards. It's a trap, and honestly, it's the fastest way to burn out before you even make a single dollar. It's time to unlearn that whole approach and start the right way.
Okay, so first things first, we need to escape what I call the complexity trap. This is the number one reason people fail, and understanding it is your very first step to success.
You know, most people think failure comes from having a bad idea, but they're wrong. The real killer, accounting for massive 70% of failures, is just overcomplication. It's trying to do way too much, way too soon, and it just leads straight to burnout.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? People are out here trying to play CEO, building these massive, complex systems before they've even proven they can sell one thing. It's a total recipe for disaster. And this leads to what I call the marathon fallacy. Think about it. You wouldn't just wake up tomorrow and try to run a marathon, right? Of course not. You'd train for a 5K first. Business is the exact same. We have to validate the idea in a small way first. Let's just focus on winning the 5K. So if you remember anything from this section, make it this mantra: simplicity scales, complexity fails. This simple philosophy is going to be our guide through this whole process. Find the absolute simplest path to revenue, and then build from there. All right, so if complexity is the enemy, what's our solution? Well, it's choosing a business model that has leverage built right in from the very start. It's what I call the build once, sell forever model. Let's just look at the difference here. In a service business, you put in 40 hours of work and you get paid once. You're literally just trading your time for money. But with a digital product, those same 40 hours create an asset that can sell forever. One is a job, the other is an engine for real freedom. So what exactly is a digital product? Well, it's pretty much anything that's bought and delivered online. We're talking about courses, ebooks, handy templates, Shopify themes, little online tools. If you can build it once and sell it 1,000 times, that's the model we want. And here's the absolute magic of it. You front load the work to create a valuable asset. And that asset then becomes like an employee that works for you 24/7, generating revenue for months, even years to come. And in 2025, your ultimate leverage, your new employee of the month, is AI. The game isn't human versus AI anymore. It's one human versus another human who knows how to use AI. The right tools let you operate a highly profitable business completely by yourself. It's a game changer. Having a great model is awesome, but it's really only half the battle. Now we've got to craft a magnetic message that the right people just can't ignore. So let's start with what not to do. Please, don't just be a fitness coach or a marketing consultant or a business strategist. These titles are so generic and forgettable, they mean absolutely nothing in today's crowded market. Instead, be this person. Be the one who helps busy dads lose their beer belly without having to give up their weekend beers. Can you feel that difference? It's electric. It speaks directly to one person with one specific problem, and that is what makes it magnetic. You see, the principle here is simple. The riches are in the sub-niches. True power comes from being laser-focused. A message for everyone resonates with no one. But a message for one specific person makes them feel understood, and that's what makes them buy. So how do you create this? Just use this simple 3-step hook formula. First, state the context. Then, use a scroll stopper word like but. And finally, deliver a contrarian snapback that sparks their curiosity. This little formula creates an irresistible loop. Okay, now for another piece of contrarian advice that might save you a lot of wasted time and energy. You have to stop trying to monetize your passion. I know, but this is a trap that keeps so many people stuck. Instead, ask yourself this: what problem are you solving? What is your audience bleeding from? The market doesn't pay for your hobbies. It pays for solutions to painful, urgent problems. Find that problem and offer the bandage. That is where the money is. So you've got your model and you've got your message. Now, how do you get in front of the right people? This is where a lot of beginners make another huge mistake. They think they need a giant ad budget. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to build trust, not ad spend. For a beginner, paid ads are just a high-cost risk. It's like shouting at strangers and hoping they listen. Organic traffic, on the other hand, is built on trust, and trust converts at a much, much higher rate. Using ads to try and fix a broken offer is just a very expensive mistake. So here's your simple plan. Pick one platform and just stick to it. Provide massive value, build that trust, and master your storytelling. Once your offer is actually proven and selling, then you can think about using ads to scale things up. And hey, speaking of providing value, if this roadmap is helping you out, a quick like really helps more people discover it. We've covered strategy, models, and messaging. But you know what? None of it matters without the right mindset. This final piece of the puzzle is all about the inner game, the psychology you need to not just start, but to actually win as a solo entrepreneur. Okay, the first and most important mindset shift is embracing this quote, "Done is better than perfect." Your first version of everything, your first course, your first landing page, your first video, I promise you it's going to suck. That is not a possibility, it is a guarantee. And that's perfectly normal and totally necessary. Because here's the truth. Perfect is the enemy of profitable. While you're busy tweaking little details, someone else has already launched their imperfect version and is already making money and getting feedback. The people who win are the ones who ship. And what does this number mean? If you just stick to your plan for 90 days, you are already ahead of 90% of the people who start and then quit. Consistency is your absolute superpower. It beats intelligence every time. And when you get those first few customers, you have to treat them like royalty. On day 1, they trust you and buy. By day 30, they're giving you critical feedback. By day 90, they're giving you powerful testimonials. And a year from now, they're referring new customers to you for free. They are worth more than gold. And a final crucial warning. Do not try to scale a broken business. Get your offer and your systems dialed in first, because scaling something that's broken just makes it break faster and it'll cost you a fortune. All right, we have covered the entire blueprint. We've escaped the complexity trap, we picked the right model, we crafted our message, and we've adopted the winning mindset. Now it's all about turning this knowledge into real action. This is your entrepreneurial day 1. So your action plan is simple. 1, pick the digital product model for leverage. 2, niche down hard. 3, build once, sell forever. 4, ship fast and imperfectly. And 5, just stay consistent for 90 days. That's the whole plan. You have everything you need to get started right now. And if you know someone else who's feeling overwhelmed and could use a simple, straightforward roadmap just like this one, please share this explainer with them. Look, the strategy works. The opportunity is real. The tools are more accessible than ever, and the path forward is clear. The only question left is the one right here on the screen. Are you ready for day 1?